Back again for another week of predicting the games and the outcomes of each NFL game. We are in week 3. I'm Anthony Bertrand along with
Ryan Sundin.
And we're just going to get started right away. Actually, before we get started, just want to say that I did take week 2. So now I am actually up.
Took a pretty solid lead, too.
Took a pretty good lead, too, on Ryan. So let's see how this week plays out. But just want to say I called it, and I was very confident going into that one. So we're going to start off, though, with our Thursday night game. We got the Jets at the Browns.
Yes, sir.
Since I won last week, I'll start off.
Go for it.
You know, this game, the Jets didn't play too well, and the Browns actually played. They're getting a lot closer and closer to winning, but they just keep losing off these little things. And, I mean, all it took was just their kicker to make that extra point.
Yeah.
And they would have been up on the Saints.
He missed so many of them, too. It was like 5, I think, like 3 field goals and like 2 extra points.
Yeah, and they brought another kicker in, too. Did they cut Gonzalez? Or did they bring another guy?
I think they're working someone out.
Okay.
And then they're going to check. But, I mean, it's hard to go back to a kicker that misses that many times in critical moments.
It was a brutal week for kickers.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm going to actually say the Browns to get their first win on Thursday.
You think so?
I think they will. I think they got some mojo going into it, even though it was a tough loss. I mean, they went into the Superdome and almost came out with a win. That was pretty impressive.
The Browns were looking good, but the Jets, they lost to Miami, which was a hard game, but Sam Darnold's still growing. I think that defense is still pretty good. I don't know about the Browns yet, but I mean, it's a hard game to call because both teams aren't that good.
I think the Browns defense might fluster Sam Darnold a little bit.
I'm going to go with the Jets just because Sam Darnold likes to play big games.
True.
He's a big game player. PTP'er.
We'll see, because Thursday night games, a lot of guys don't show up because it's a short week, so we'll see.
Yeah, the short week hurts.
Yeah, I never really thought the Thursday night games were that great of matchups. But
no, they're a little difficult.
We'll see what happens this week. So I'll take Browns. Ryan's got Jets. Let's move over to
probably the easiest game to call.
The Vikings and the Bills. The Bills are on the road. This is your team. Why don't you start off?
Well, they did cut, Derek Carlson last week?
Daniel Carlson.
Daniel Carlson.
No, I was confused on that one, too.
They had to cut him after what he did, and they could have won the game a couple times if he just made a field goal. And they played the Packers in Lambeau, so that's not easy to do, even though Aaron Rodgers was hurt. But with all that being said, the Bills are terrible. So it's not really a hard game to call. The Vikings should win it easy.
They should win this game by like 3 or 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
This is going to be a slaughter. So we're both going to take Vikings. This is
let's move on.
All right, we'll move on to the Giants at the Texans. Both these teams aren't playing as well as they should be.
They're both 0-2, right?
No, I think the Texans got their...
No, they lost last week.
They lost?
Yeah, man.
Okay. Wow, they are 0-2. Okay, wow. That's a surprise then. I mean, those games have been close. Both these teams have been losing by close games, though. But I think overall the Texans' defense is going to prevail, though, for Deshaun Watson. I think they'll get after Eli Manning a lot. And like it showed on the Sunday night game with the Cowboys and Giants, I mean, the O-line for the Giants could not figure out any blitz pickups.
No, I mean, they had Nate Solder. They got him from New England. But you have to understand, New England kind of let him go, too.
Yeah, there's a reason.
So, they knew what was coming. And obviously, he's not as good as maybe people think. This whole team's probably not as good as people think. The Giants, that is. And the Texans, I think because Deshaun Watson was like lightning in a bottle last year. Mm-hmm. They thought he was going to be really good and have the same type of year. But it's always hard for a quarterback to come back after year one because now they have all this tape on them.
Exactly. But I'll still take the Texans in this.
I think I'm going to take them as well, too.
I think they'll beat the Giants. And
I just can't trust the Giants right now.
No. I mean, Eli just looks lost back there. He does not have enough time. And I mean, he just can't move around as well as Deshaun can. He can't stretch plays.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll both take Texans. Now we're going to move over to the Packers going on the road against the Redskins.
Hard game to call.
Hard game to call, but, I mean, Aaron Rodgers looked pretty good last week.
He did.
Even though he was still gimping around.
Still put up 29.
Exactly. I'll take the Packers, though, winning this.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, even though they're on the road and they're at FedEx Field, I think Rodgers won't have a problem beating the Redskins. I really thought the Redskins were going to show up last week, and I didn't see much out of them. I don't even know if they put up a touchdown in the first half.
Yeah, they're a hard team. What I think is going to hurt is I think that the Packers playing that full overtime is going to hurt them a little bit, and then going away from home is going to hurt them a little bit. So I'm actually going to go with the Redskins here.
You're good with the Redskins?
Yeah.
You think them playing an extra quarter is going to hurt them a week later?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
And a very emotional game, and then you didn't get an L, but you got a tie, which is closer to an L than a win. It's a lot closer to an L than a win.
That is true. No one's ever satisfied with a tie. Okay, so we're going to split on that one. I'll take Green Bay. You got the Redskins.
Let's go to the Niners-Chiefs.
Niners-Chiefs, I mean, how can you bet against Patrick Mahomes right now?
You can't.
This guy, he's got 10 touchdowns.
Yeah.
In 2 games.
I think that's an NFL record.
It has to be. That is crazy.
Which, I mean, it's different to say that now because the league is so offensively based than it's probably ever been. So these stats are going to be higher than they always have been, like these offensive stats. But still, Mahomes is looking really good in that Andy Reid offense.
Yeah, it's they pulled up a stat last Monday or on Monday night, just yesterday. So Mahomes and Trubisky were in the same division, or were in the same draft class.
Mm-hmm.
And Trubisky last year had 11 touchdowns, and just the whole season.
Yeah.
And Mahomes has 10 in 2 games. In
yeah.
his first 2 starts.
And he has so much weapons around him. Tyreek Hill, Kareem Hunt. It's just...
They're not even using Kareem Hunt that much, I don't feel like. I haven't seen that.
No, not as much, but he's still there.
He's still there, though.
He's still there, so you got to respect it. You got to respect it. And then, obviously, Travis Kelce.
So are we both going to take Chiefs on this one?
I think so.
And they're at Arrowhead, too. I mean, it's going to be a rough one for Jimmy G.
Yeah, that's a hard place to play, too.
Yeah.
One of the better.
More for the Niners' defense, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're both going to take Chiefs. We're going to move on to the Raiders taking on the Dolphins at Miami. I mean, Dolphins are looking pretty good. I mean, are they 2-0?
No, they're 1-1.
They're 1-1? No, did they?
I'm pretty sure they're 1-1.
I don't know. I feel like they're 2-0. I don't know. I think they're 2-0, man, because I think they're the only team in there. I think they're above New England right now.
Maybe.
I think they are. They are 2-0, and they're taking on the Raiders, who are 0-2. I think Raiders dropped to 0-3. I don't. It's not looking.
Yeah, they beat the Jets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Raiders' offense isn't looking too good at all. So, and Miami's offense is kind of clicking. And Miami is a hard. It's always shown for West Coast teams to travel all the way to Florida.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, East Coast in general, but mainly I've seen
it's one of the farthest trips.
Florida. That takes a toll on your energy and everything. So,
and I think the Raiders are kind of a mess right now.
Yeah.
The John Gruden experiment's not working the way they thought it would.
So far, it's not.
Derek Carr's not looking as good as he usually does.
He's not looking like a franchise quarterback that they paid all that money
They should have never got rid of Khalil Mack. That's probably what the problem
they're
is.
hurting
They couldn't do anything on defense. So, yeah, I'm going to have to actually go with the Dolphins here as well.
Yeah, they're good. Dolphins move to 3-0. Raiders and John Gruden go to 0-3. So, next one, we're going to go over to the Colts going on the road against the Eagles.
Philadelphia, yep.
Wentz is back.
Wentz is back. I think that's going to put some motivation into the team, maybe some lifeblood, as they call it. Nick Foles did what he needed to do. He went 1-1. He won the harder game, but lost the easier.
Are you going to see, though, the same Carson Wentz
off
the bat?
That is
the
a
first
question.
Week?
I mean, he is coming off a pretty solid injury, so we'll see. I don't know if they're rushing him back. Only they can know. But the Colts are looking okay, but I don't know if they're going to be able to take this Eagles defense on.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll be actually a good game. I mean, the Colts are actually proving me wrong. Andrew Luck is playing a little bit better than I thought he would. But I'll still take the Eagles in this one.
Yeah.
I think having Wentz back is going to ignite a spark in this team. So I think Eagles will prevail from this one. They'll take the win.
Yeah.
Can you agree?
I do.
All right.
It's a pretty easy one to call, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The Colts' defense isn't that good, and Philadelphia's defense is amazing.
Yeah.
I think it's a wash on their offenses.
Yeah. So let's move to the Titans taking on the Jaguars.
First of all, the Jaguars are ranked number 1 in the power rankings now. after that win over Patriots.
That was impressive, though.
That was a very impressive win.
They shut down the Patriots
Yeah.
offense.
Yeah.
And, like, you think, I mean, are they that good? Or is the Patriots offense finally slowing down a little bit? I mean, all they had to do was key off on Gronk.
Yeah.
And, I mean, after that, who else do they have? They don't have
Josh Gordon now.
They got Josh Gordon now.
Stupid.
Yeah, that better save my fantasy season right there.
They don't really have much, man. So, they got Gronkowski, who is one of the top tight ends in the league, and then you got Tom Brady just picking people apart. But the Jags held him down, so I think they're going to easily be able to hold down the Titans.
Yeah, they're going to destroy
And Blake
the Titans.
Bortles is kind of coming into his role.
He is, actually. He's actually coming into, like,
he kind of came into it last year. Now he's fully into it. Yeah. So I'm going to take the Jags on this one.
Yeah, I'll take the Jaguars, too. Also,
which
I don't
would
know
be
if Marcus
crazy.
Mariota is playing. I don't think he even played last week.
Yeah, that's another
Like, they
problem.
said he was a game-time decision, and I think they just decided not to play him. And even though he's not even playing that great.
No.
To add on top of that.
I never thought he was amazing anyway.
Yeah, so Jaguars will take this one. We both agree. Why don't you start this next one?
Bengals at Panthers. So Cincinnati's looking a little bit better than I thought, and the Panthers aren't looking as good as I thought.
Cam Newton is holding onto the ball way too much.
That's what he does, though.
But I know, but he does this every time at the beginning of the season. It's like he doesn't know, like, it's like he doesn't do anything, he doesn't train and do nothing.
His timing's awful.
His timing is terrible. He waits, and then he throws it a little dump off to his running back or something, or a receiver that's on doing a hitch route.
Yeah.
But this is tough, though. It is in Carolina. But the Bengals are playing a lot better than I thought they would. But they just lost their running back, Joe Mixon, for a few weeks.
Oh, okay.
So that could affect them because...
You think Carolina being at home is going to help as well?
I do. I do think that.
And I'm not going to say like something like this, but the hurricane might kind of bring them together as like a city because it was right over there, the Hurricane Florence.
Yeah.
So we'll see how they do.
You have a good point on that, though.
Yeah, it kind of brings them together. They all like, they're together as a team and as a city. So I'm going to give it to the Panthers here, especially because of Joe Mixon too.
Okay. You're going to take the Panthers. I'm going to make it interesting. I'll take the Bengals on this one.
Yep.
This one can go either way, I think.
It can.
But you're right, though. I mean, that could spark some motivation for the Panthers.
You never know.
Everything that state's been going through. So we're going to split on that one. I'll take Cincinnati. He'll take Carolina. Now we'll move over to the Broncos taking on the Ravens at Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
This one's another push, I think. Broncos have prevailed from two really close losses. Each game they won by 3 points or less.
Mm-hmm.
But they are away.
They are. That's what I think is a big deal because they played both 2 games at home.
At home, and that's really tough for opposing teams, like we've said before in the past weeks.
Baltimore doesn't look bad either.
Yeah, no, they don't.
I mean, they're not
Baltimore's
as good as Cincinnati, but...
And
obviously they lost.
What's his name? Joe Flacco is actually playing decent football, too.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll take the Ravens, actually, in this one. I think they'll come out with a win, especially they got the home crowd with them. It will be we'll see how Case Keenum performs on the road.
Yeah.
He doesn't got the mile-high crowd behind him.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the Ravens are going to take it because Denver hasn't been on the road this season. They've kind of escaped with 2 wins.
Yeah.
So, and they didn't really play 2 good teams.
Yeah.
What is it, Seattle and
Oakland. So
they're kind of on the lower level.
Ravens are a little bit better than those 2 teams.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens, but I will take Baltimore. As will you?
Yeah, you have to.
Moving on to our last morning game. This one could be interesting. I mean, this division
It is going to be interesting.
This division is always interesting. The Saints go into Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Let's see. So, Matt Ryan, their offense, they looked pretty good last week. They did a lot better than they did week 1, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I think they corrected themselves. So, and the Saints also, they are still looking for their first win.
Yeah.
Oh, no. What am I talking about?
They won last week.
Wait. Sorry. They won against the Browns.
Yeah.
They didn't look great, though, playing them.
No.
I mean, unless the Browns are actually just the real deal and they're just getting screwed. I mean, they played, but then again, the Browns have played the Steelers and the Saints the first 2 weeks. Those are some pretty good offenses.
Yeah, definitely good offenses.
They're competing, and I think the Browns are going to get their win sooner or later. I think they'll get it this Thursday, but let's stay focused on this game. So, I'm going to take the Falcons, though. They're at home
Really?
again. Yeah, it may go either way. I won't be surprised if the Saints win.
It is a hard one to call.
I will take the Falcons, though. I think their offense clicked last week, and I think they'll just rally that onto this upcoming week.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a good game, though.
Yeah. I'm just going to go with the Saints just to pick someone else. Saints are looking better. You always got to trust Drew Brees. He is on the last 9, as I say, on his career, but he's still one of the top 3 quarterbacks. It's always Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, and Drew.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, now Pat Mahomes might be up there now, but I'm going to trust in Drew. I'm going to trust him going away, trying to get a big win in the conference, and hopefully they can start going up.
Okay. All right, yeah. So we'll split on that one.
We'll go to the LA battle.
This one, man, I really, really want to take them, but I just not going. If the Chargers don't have Joey Bosa, it's just going to be a lot.
And the Rams, I don't even know if they've clicked fully.
I don't think they've clicked fully, but they're so stacked.
Point.
They're
Yeah.
so stacked that they can make up for those mistakes.
Yeah.
So I think this
Rams are ranked number 2 in the power rankings right now.
This is going to be a great game. I mean, but I'm going to take the Rams, especially if the Chargers don't have Joey Bosa this week.
Yeah.
Because, the Chargers looked pretty good against the Bills, but again, it's the Bills. And also, Melvin Ingram, he got a sack or 2, but he also was, they just double team him a lot.
Yeah.
And so when you don't have Joey Bosa, all they got to focus on is him because everyone else, I didn't see any of them else get to the quarterback except when they did safety blitzes.
Yeah.
So
I can't go away from the Rams after those 2 week 1 and week 2.
They slaughtered the Cardinals.
Arizona. Yeah, and they kind of had their way with the Raiders.
Yeah.
Like the first half was a push a little bit, but then once they got moving in the second half, and now they're just keeping that momentum going.
The Wade Phillips defense is just insane.
Yeah, they didn't even get scored on.
I think
week.
both these defenses though.
Not even a field goal. Like that is amazing. You're winning by 30. And you don't even get a field goal.
Yeah. This could be a shootout, though.
Yeah. I think it was 34-0.
It was 34-0. I think this game, though, will be a shootout. I think both offenses are going to move down the field. I just look at these corners, man.
Yeah.
You got Aqib Talib and
Marcus Peters,
and then you got Casey Hayward and
Ndamukong Suh on the line. Yeah. Aaron Donald on the line.
Aaron Donald.
Like, jeez.
These defenses are just stacked. And then you got the Chargers defense with Casey Hayward, Derwin James. They got their another corner, Trevor Williams, who's pretty decent. And then, we're just going to see how this plays out. Chargers have a lot of rookies on their defense that are flying around, though. But I will give this one to the Rams.
You got to. They're looking too good, and you can't bet against them right now. They look like a Super Bowl contender.
But Chargers, prove me wrong, please. I want to see you guys get a win. But
at least have a good game.
Yeah, this should be a good game, though. So let's move over to the Bears taking on the Cardinals in Arizona.
Big win for the Bears.
Big win for the Bears. I watching them week 1, I thought they were going to do the same thing this week and just lose it to Seattle in the very end because Russell Wilson is Russell Wilson.
But that defense came up big.
They're leading the league in sacks. They have 10 sacks.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Well, Khalil Mack
is just a
He's
force.
a monster.
So I'm going to take the Bears.
I'm going to have to take the Bears, too, especially after what the Cardinals have been showing.
And also, Sam Bradford isn't moving around that well.
No.
He's not even doing that good.
They're going to put Rosen in sooner than I thought.
Is this the game that Rosen maybe goes in?
I don't know if they want to do it.
It might not be a smart move.
Especially if they're on this trajectory where they're not going to really push for the playoffs.
Yeah.
And it is at home for Arizona, so that's cool for them. But I think the Bears, that defense is going to travel well. And just like you said, Sam Bradford's not going to be able to get away from Khalil Mack.
Yeah.
He's going to have another couple sacks. He had 3 last game. It's amazing.
Their coach, Arizona's coach, Steve Wilkes, has to do something to get some points. He's played 2 NFL games as a head coach and has scored 6 points. That's
a pretty good stat. I didn't even know that until you said it. But wow.
I was just realizing that because I didn't know I have a lot of information on this coach, and then he comes in as a new guy. And it's just like, dude,
it was a weird hire.
6 points in 2 weeks. That is not good.
It was a weird hire in my book.
It's not looking for the Cardinals at all. They could be tanking to the bottom of the barrel this season.
Yep.
So we're both going to take Bears on this one.
Mm-hmm.
So let's move over to the Cowboys. It's the final afternoon game. Cowboys at Seattle.
It's a hard one to call
This is
right
a hard
there.
one.
I think Seattle needs the win.
They need it.
but I don't know if they can.
I don't know. This can go either way, though. I mean, the Cowboys looked pretty good last week.
They
against
did.
The Giants. I mean, they didn't look great.
Yeah, but it's the Giants,
But
too.
it's the Giants.
It's hard to judge these games. They're still so early in the season. We really haven't got a full feel for the teams and what they're going to be. I don't think Dak Prescott has that high of a ceiling. You kind of see what he's going to be. And I don't know if he's going to get much better. So they just need to run Zeke.
I'm going to take the Cowboys because the Seahawks O-line is horrible.
Yeah.
They are bad.
Yeah, they were bad.
Russell, I mean, even granted, they were going up against Khalil Mack and that defense, but still, they were horrible.
Yeah.
Like, they could not figure out anything. Any blocking schemes. They couldn't pick up any blitzes. Like,
that's a good point. Yeah,
so,
Seattle has a really bad O-line.
Yeah.
A really bad O-line.
So I'm going to take the Cowboys in this one. Even though they got the 12th man, the Seahawks got the 12th man behind him, I'm still taking the Cowboys.
I'm going to have to go with you on that, too. I think Dallas is going to come up big. I think if they just run the ball behind Zeke, make Dak just do a couple small intermediate throws, they can get this win with a low score.
Yeah.
As long as they, Russell Wilson doesn't go off. But how can he go off if he's always on the ground?
Exactly. So we're both going to take Cowboys. That wraps up the afternoon games. Now we're going to move over to the Sunday night game. New England at Detroit.
So we got Bill Belichick and then a disciple.
Yeah, who is
not
failing
playing well.
Right who is literally failing.
They looked better last week, though. The Lions, that is.
Yeah, still lost, though.
They did lose. They're playing at home, Ford Field. I don't know if that's going to help them. Patriots lost. It's rare that the Patriots lose 2 in a row.
Oh, no. They're gonna come out pissed off. They're going to destroy this team.
Yeah.
They're going to destroy the Lions.
Yeah.
So and they just got Josh Gordon. If he plays this week, we'll see. I mean, it takes a little bit to learn the playbook, but even without him, they're gonna destroy the Lions.
Yeah, I think they're gonna win too.
And plus, it's kind of unfair because I mean, what Bill Belichick knows Matt Patricia's defense too.
Yeah.
So he's like, all right, let's
T.
just do this. Like, let's just adjust. If he sees something that he doesn't like, he'll just adjust to it.
And then Tom Brady's the best of checking out of plays.
Exactly. So
into a better play.
It's gonna be an 0-3 start for the Lions. We're both gonna take Patriots, right?
Yep.
That's an easy one.
You got to take that.
So now let's move over to the last game of the week. We're actually going through this pretty quick.
Better than normal.
Yeah, better than normal. So we're gonna go to the Steelers taking on the Buccaneers. I am full on gonna stay on the Fitzmagic train right now. This guy is awesome watching. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, how could you not like root for this guy? He everywhere he goes, like he's not the franchise, he's not the face of the team, but he goes in there and he'll just ball out.
Well, they have so many weapons, like Mike Evans and Deshaun Jackson.
And O.J. Howard.
Crazy duo on the wide receivers. Yeah, and O.J. Howard, one of the better tight ends to come out of Alabama, if not the best.
And it's not even like Fitzpatrick is just throwing to those guys. I mean, he's utilizing all of his weapons.
The Steelers are getting run over on defense right now.
Oh yeah,
they put up a good amount of points last week and they still lost.
Because their defense couldn't stop Patrick Mahomes.
Well, yeah, Mahomes, I mean, he obviously, we're saying he looks better, but still, like, that many points, come on, guys.
Yeah, we're going to see the only thing about this...
And there's a lot going on in the Steelers, behind the scenes.
Exactly.
You hear about the Antonio Brown thing, the Twitter, he's like, just trade me? Yeah. It's like, oh, man.
So, the only thing, I'm still going to take the Buccaneers on this one, but the only thing is how well does Fitzpatrick play under the lights, on a primetime game?
Yeah, he hasn't been in primetime yet.
Yeah, I know he's played in them. I'm not saying he's playing bad, but I don't think he's always lights out every time.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna take Buccaneers though. I'm gonna keep riding this Fitzmagic train right now.
I'm gonna have to take the Bucs as well, especially when they're in Tampa Bay.
Exactly, and also no one thought these guys were going to be that good either.
No,
everyone thought they were going to be one of the worst teams, or at least have no chance to make the playoffs.
Yeah, now they actually have to question themselves if they want Jameis Winston back.
That's the thing, and they do this every team.
It's the last week of his suspension, right? This
is week 3, yeah.
So after this, he'll be technically available.
Honestly, though.
But if they go 3-0, you got to leave him in.
Oh, you have to.
You have to leave him in.
They did the same thing with Minnesota. I mean.
Yeah, with Case, yeah.
Case just kept winning.
And you can't. It's hard enough to win games in the NFL. Why are you going to go away from someone that's giving them to you?
Exactly.
So you can't go to Jameis, especially after what's going on with him, because next year I think is his contract year. Or
Is
this year after this, I think they have to sign him or do something with him. And
Do you think that the Buccaneers will franchise Fitzpatrick or at least tag him and just say bye-bye to Jameis? Give him another year?
I think they're going to wait it out. We'll see. Like, I know it's a long way away, but I think week 10 we'll be able to know that situation better just by how they're playing. But from right now, I would get rid of Jameis. He's a little immature.
He is. I'm not saying Jameis won't find another home somewhere. I mean,
he has to.
I mean, hell, he can go to the Cardinals.
Yeah.
If they really need
Well,
Actually, no, they got Rosen.
They got Rosen.
I keep forgetting about him. That's
Rosen. Yeah, Rosen's their guy.
Huh. Well, I'll figure that out sooner or later.
But we're both going with Fitz magic.
Yes.
And he looked like Conor McGregor the other day. That was dope. That was super dope.
That was funny. He's got the chains on and everything. He literally looked like
he
him.
did.
All right, so we're both going to
Doppelganger.
go Buccaneers. We'll see how this week plays out. Right now, I got the lead on Ryan. Hope to keep that lead. Thanks for listening, guys. Tune in next week and watch these games. They should be some good ones.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
Forks up.